Today I have started with the two problems regarding probability. The first one is that a bag contain three red ball and five white ball. Two ball are drawn at random. What is the probability that the ball is red? How many balls are there? Three red balls and five white balls. So I can say total number of ball equal to 3 plus 5 equal to 8 balls. What I want to do? I want to draw two balls which are red in nature. So that two ball will come out from the three red ball. So now I can tell two red ball can be drawn out of three red ball in 3C2 ways. What is the formula for NCA? Do you know? Factorial n by factorial r into factorial n minus r. So now it can be presented in this way: factorial 3 by factorial 2 into factorial 3 minus 2. It can be written in this way: 3 into 2 into 1 divided by factorial 2 means 2 into 1 into factorial 1. 3 by 1 equal to 3. This is the favorable event. Now, that two ball can be drawn out of how many balls? 8 ball. Out of 8 ball in 8C2 ways. That is factorial 8 by factorial 2 into factorial 8 minus 2. It can be presented in this way: 8 into 7 into factorial 6 by 2 into 1 into factorial 6. Cancelling it, please, we are getting 28. So therefore we can say probability equal to number of favorable events by total events. So what is the favorable event? 3 by 28, that is the required answers. One thing you should remember in your mind, there is a definition of impossible event. Impossible event means that kind of event which cannot be occurred. Suppose, take an example. A dice has 6 points: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you want to take a position in which the dice will throw 7 points, it never happened. That is why it is called impossible event. Impossible event means that kind of event in which it cannot be occurred at any time is called impossible event. So take the second problem. A bat contains 3 red ball and 5 white ball. Two ball are drawn at random. What is the probability that one is red and the another one is white? At first, you are required to know what is the difference between the two problems. In the previous problem, I have already stated two balls can be drawn, but here in this case, I have also stated two balls are drawn. But the difference is that in the present problem, I have already stated one is red and one is white. Whereas in the previous problem, I have stated two balls are drawn and both of them are red in nature. That is the basic difference between the two. So in that event, I want to draw one ball, one red ball. One red ball will come from three red ball. Can be drawn out of three red ball in 3C1 ways equal to 3. Now the question arises in your mind, sir, you are not calculating 3C1. Instead of that, you are writing 3. See it, please. 3C1 means factorial 3 by factorial 1 into factorial 3 minus 1. Factorial 3 means 3 into 2 into 1. Factorial 1 means 1 into factorial 2. 3 into 2 into 1 by 1 into factorial 2 means 2 into 1. That is why when there is an 1, you are not required to calculate it. Directly put this value. So that is 3 ways. Similarly, one white ball can be drawn out of 5 white ball in 5C1 ways. That is equal to 5 ways. Now I want to draw 2 balls. That is the total event. 2 balls. 2 balls will come out of 8 balls. 2 balls can be drawn out of 8 ball in 8C2 ways. 8C2 means factorial 8 by factorial 2 into factorial 8 minus 2. So now I can say 8 into 7 into factorial 6 by 2 into 1 into factorial 6. Cancelling it, please. We are getting 28. So probability equal to, one thing you should remember in your mind, and means into. And means into. Into का मतलब 3 into 5 divided by 28. 15 by 28. So we are getting the result. So one thing you should remember in your mind, for the purpose of the probability, at first you are required to know what the problem is. After that, try to solve the problem. Go from the basics one, and after that you have to solve the problem. Today this is my second lecture. Student, goodbye and good night.